Hey everybody, Brimstone here, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to the channel. This last issue of Dark Knights of Steel was absolutely crazy, setting up so much stuff. And if you're just coming back, or are you new finding this video, please, seriously, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. So that last issue was absolute insanity. So much stuff building. The dealing with Zara Else, a kryptonite meteor crashed on the planet, so Bruce went to check it out and got affected by it, and got the life sucked out. Kryptonite seems to impact the Kryptonians in this world a lot more than it does in the normal canon. But yeah, Bruce being half Kryptonian really did a lot of damage to him for some reason. Not quite sure why it affects it. Maybe it's just a side effect of the world. But yeah, you got Kingdom of Storms, Harley reaching out to some of her contacts. A ally between Themyscira and the Kingdom of Storms is brewing. Diana's pissed and she left. And wow, that last issue was a serious banger. But this one revs it up even more. This one takes some next level. It shows you what happened before and everything like that. So if you want the lore, you want to keep going, please hit that like and hit that sub button. Share this video out there. And yeah, for now, I give you Dark Knights of Steel, issue number 4. How do you feel, Bruce? The comic begins as Alfred opens a chest to tuck the kryptonite in. Like I was just beaten by a green rock, Bruce replies. Alfred and Bruce sit around a fire in the lands of Magnus, not far from the crater where Bruce was hit by the kryptonite. I've spent so long with people stopping people with powers, and I am as bad as those freaks in the dungeon, he says. Alfred replies, they're not freaks, and neither are you. And you're hardly the first person of power to act with hypocrisy. I understand your crusade against magic, trying to protect your home and the people you love. And after what happened to the Waynes, of course you try to stop that from happening again. But you should not fear what you don't understand. Not everything is different is malevolent. Bruce replies, I don't know what I am, Alfred. Alfred quickly retorts, you're Bruce Wayne, son of the king and queen, son of Thomas and Martha. And Bruce replies, no, I'm not. I don't understand how King Thomas could just pretend. As Alfred looks up at the moon and the firelight reflecting in the sky, I was watching the skies that day, Bruce, he says. I saw the L-ship burn across the heavens, and I heard the thunder that announced their arrival on this world. A new strange family on a strange new world. If they were anyone else, they wouldn't have survived. But they traveled with their newfound powers. They built a home hidden in the forest, and they watched from afar, and they listened to the nearby kingdoms at night, learning our customs and our language. Despite losing their world and everything else they'd endured, Jor-El and Lara found happiness here. Two survivors of a lost planet and the child born of this one. And then came the first shake. As Jor-El shoots out of bed, Lara! He cries. It's all right, Jor-El. I thought we're not on Krypton any longer. Jor-El takes deep breaths as Lara tries to calm him as he panics. They track the tremors, the feeling. Following the ripples in the earth with enhanced eyes, they finally find the source. Mount Kristoff. It will erupt within 2 days. Everything we've built, Lara says. We can build again, Jor-El says, as they both float above the now not-so-dormant volcano. We can, but what of the kingdom? Lara asks. If we reveal ourselves, we will have to leave to another home, Jor-El replies. Yes, but can we think through this and stay directly out of it, Lara asks. Can we show them how to save themselves? She asks. As they head back home, she holds baby Kal-El as her and Jor-El work. Two great scientists draft plans. They demonstrated how the Wayne's army could work to stave off the disaster if they started at it that day. The plans included where to build trenches to divert the lava, how to sew masks for the hot ash and smoke, and trajectories of the potential molten rock falls. And they handed these plans to your parents' advisors. Who are you? How did you get in here? The cloaked figure asks, as Jarrell, a masked Jarrell above all else, offers the man a piece of parchment. Just please, are you a wise man? You will see the truth. Look at this. I'll pass it to the king and queen. He says as he returns to Lara. It's done, he replies. But the warning over the eruption and the plans to counter it never made it to the Waynes. Their advisor, Alexander Luthor, was stubborn and prideful, and had his own beliefs. So when the volcano grew closer to erupting, the kingdom had no idea it was coming. The elves could have ran. But they had seen one home lost to ignorance and arrogance. They could not allow another. What are you doing, Luthor? Why haven't you evacuated? Jor-El yells. Luthor, who is this man? What is he talking about? You didn't tell them? Jor-El says. The mountain is about to explode, he tells King Wayne. Is this true, Luthor? No, my king. I read the ancient records. The mountain will always be angry, but has never threatened us. I consulted the stars. Your stars are burning gaseous balls for their insight. You absolute idiot, Jor-El replies back. And then the mountain exploded with a loud kaboom. The mountain Kristoff has blown. The kingdom is about to burn, Jor-El says. No, it isn't. Lara, what are you doing here? He replies as Lara appears with young Kal-El. Jor-El, we can save them. Guards, silence this madness, Alexander Luthor cries, as the guards shoot forward to subdue the two Kryptonians and their child. Your Majesties, Lara says as the guards attempt to restrain her. It was I, a stranger from a land lost to war. Your parents, Thomas and Wayne, took me in, made me a member of their court. Stop there, Alfred says as he draws his sword. I would have done anything to protect them, he says, looking at the things as Martha and Thomas look at the blonde-haired woman. What are you? By the gods. A friend, Lara says with a very sparkling smile. But they didn't need protection from the elves, Alfred replies. Lara-El stands before King Thomas and Queen Martha as she holds young Kal-El in her arms. King Thomas, Queen Martha, I have watched you. I know you to be kind rulers, she says. You are not from here, but we have made this our home. We will protect it, but we need you to protect something for us, she says as she hands young Kal-El to Martha Wayne. Jor-El standing in the background, not looking too happy. It's all right, Jor-El, Lara says. His name is Kal-El, and we look after him. We will return as they take to the air. And they left their son with Queen Martha. And they revealed themselves to this strange new world as Lara and Jor-El fly out over the kingdom. They did what had to be done because it was right. Jor-El and Lara knocking through boulders, falling from the volcano. Jor-El using his heat vision to gouge paths in the earth. Lara breathing fire as she, for some unknown reason, together they saved the kingdom. They were loved by all. We almost lost all. A hooded Lex Luthor walks away from the destruction and devastation that he almost wrought upon the kingdom. Luthor's name and title were taken from him. He was banished from the kingdom. His arrogance almost doomed them. We later learned that the mountain contained more than potential destruction. What's this? Luthor says as he reaches down to touch the green lock. Luthor wasn't seen again until the day with your parents, as the green rock seems to explode and engulfing Luthor, revealing a very savage visage. Jor-El and Lara were heroes in our land, though feared by others. As King Jefferson stands there. They will look like us, they will sound like us, but they are not like us. They are demons. Bring me Constantine. he says. They brought so much knowledge from their world. They gave our kingdom so much. They gave us miracles. But they became the closest friends to the Waynes and to me. Clearly they became a lot more than friends, or I wouldn't be here, Bruce says, as the fire crackles as he looks over at Alfred. I want you to know there was no malice in what they did, he replies. Jor-El may have been an alien, but he was all too human. Martha, well, Jor-El was a god, and her husband gave all of himself to his kingdom, he says as the fire continues to crackle and glow. It was a single night, a single mistake, and that hurt the people they loved so much. A hurt they might not have recovered from. But then you were born. Thomas couldn't father children, and the resentment he harbored faded as you grew. Thomas loved you as much as any father ever loved a son. And you, Bruce, were healed all those wounds. There was no anger left in him the day we set out for Amazonia. Zara, Cal, Bruce, Jor-El says, out of there, kids, says King Wayne. Huh, how did they find us, Bruce asks. Dad has super eyes, replies Kal-El. That's not fair, says Bruce. It sucks, Kara says, as they jump off the tree and head towards the carriage. Carriages are so slow, says Kal-El. We can't all fly, as Bruce looks over at him. I just don't think you've tried hard enough. You should throw yourself off more high things. Kal-El replies. I'm sorry I couldn't save them, Alfred says. I didn't hear him, and I didn't see him, as the carriages thunder towards the docks to Amazonian ships waiting for them. I didn't act in time, Alfred says, as a large green explosion takes out one of the carriages, sending rider and horse flying. Martha! Lara screams as she runs over towards the carriage, trying to save her friend and her son. Martha! Whoops! Ha ha ha! Wrong carriage! As the laughing man holds a green ring and a great smile on his face. I didn't know he was still out there, Alfred says. I didn't know what that ring was, or that burst that from the Mount Kristoff had been whispering to his mind. The green man floats in midair, laughing maniacally, holding the ring close to himself as he looks down upon the destruction he has wrought, his eyes blazing in fiery green as he laughs a wicked laugh. The green man, the cruel joker, the man once known as Luther. Thomas Wayne was dead. As Jor-El looks down at his friend Thomas, he turns, rage in his eyes, glowing red. You, as the green man laughs, as Jor-El takes flight after him. Luther! He cries as he flies as fast as he can towards the green man. Lara holds over Martha, holding her hand. Bruce, she asks. He's breathing. He appears to be unharmed, Alfred says, holding the young prince. He's going to be all right, Martha. Alfred, Laura, listen to me. Bear witness. I have a final decree, she says, weak and crying as she lays dying. Laura, I want you and Jor-El to rule the kingdom. Laura replies, Bruce should be. Quickly, Martha retorts, we have hidden his parentage from our people, but they know he isn't Thomas's son, and they will not accept a bastard as their monarch. But they will one day, because you will convince them. The people already love you. You are wise, you are strong, you are compassionate, and they will welcome you as their new king and queen. Protect our home until Bruce is ready to rule, and the people are ready for him, Martha says. And above all, please look after Bruce. Love him for us, as Lara looks down at her dying friend, speaking her last words. She was only thinking of you as she passed, Alfred says. The fire crackles as Alfred gets up from his seat. I know the doubt in your mind, Bruce, Alfred says, but you are the son of Thomas and Martha Wayne. It's just also you're something more, he says as he walks over, extending his hands. Stop thinking you're not worthy of them. They were hardly perfect people. None of us are. With Jarrell's murder, we are on the cusp of war. As the only survivor of a war, I will do anything to avoid that, Alfred says. Do you have a plan? Bruce asks. No, Alfred says as he walks with his saddle towards their horses. But I have a king, as he and Bruce ride off to whatever they are doing next to prevent this war. Holy crap. This one was absolutely fantastic with the world building, Lex being in there, getting hit with the explosion, turning into some kind of Green Lantern Joker, the weakness of Jarrell conceiving Bruce and everything like that. It was absolutely crazy. And seriously, even in this universe, Jarrell and Lara-El are still very much the kind and compassionate people that they were in the original. And it's good to see that transcend. But yeah, this is absolute insanity and craziness. And honestly, this is just starting to heat up because it's great to get this world building lore in this issue, which is something that, we hadn't gotten until now. We just got, well, this is the world, and this is the world how it is and how it got to here. And that's fantastic. We need to see a little more of this in these new worlds and Elseworlds and everything like that. Just the build up and the flashback, or the build up and then leading to something would be cool too. But yeah, no, this was an absolutely fantastic book. It really revved things up and really did a good job breaking the flow of things, but doing it very well to where they're establishing things that going on as Alfred is talking to Bruce about this stuff. But yeah, no, that's all I got for you in this video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you did make it through this video, please hit that like and hit that sub button, share this video out there, and drop a comment. I'd honestly love to hear what you think on this comic book, because I really do like bringing them to you. And yeah, that's all I got for you in this one. And as always, thanks for watching and happy reading.